And hello, everyone. Welcome to our last community panel of RTX 2021. Thank you guys for coming. I am your host, and I am your MC for tonight, Ricky. And tonight we have a wonderful panel all about Extra Life. And joining me is gonna be Phil and Emily. So, what's up, guys? Welcome. Thank you guys for coming out and
Thanks for having us.
yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
So, this is awesome. I am so excited to talk about Extra Life. That is something I know all of us here at the Rooster Teeth community are excited about every single year. And yeah, let's us do more. So let us talk about it. And so I will let you guys take it away.
All right. Hello,
Thanks,
everyone.
Mom.
I'm Phil Wolter, also known as P Wolter 0.
And I'm Emily Jarecki, or Yellow Timer.
Yep. And I am an admin of RT World, which is kind of a community group of community groups. A lot of you probably are familiar with RT World, but if you're not, you can follow us. That's RTW_community on Twitter. We've got quite a few community groups that post there, so if you're looking for a community group, that's where you can go. I'm also the lead admin of Rooster Buckeyes, which is the Ohio Rooster Teeth group. And Yellow?
Yeah, so I'm also a moderator with the Rooster Buckeyes, which is the Ohio group, and I participate in Extra Life each year. That's kind of my extent at this point.
Mm-hmm. This is my 6th year with Extra Life, raising for Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital in Cleveland.
I also raise for Rainbow Babies, and this will be my 5th year.
Awesome. So, this panel's called We Want You to Extra Life. So, Emily, I want you to Extra Life.
I mean, that sounds good. I'm in board.
Oh, cool. I think that's it. Panel over. Good job, guys. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, you know what?
Yes.
Actually, I do have a few concerns now that I think about
Okay.
it. Maybe I was a little hasty. So, biggest problem, I can't live stream. Like, I don't have a
can't
big
live
fancy.
stream?
Yeah, I don't have a big fancy PC to do this.
Okay. That's fine. A lot of people don't have powerful PCs. But the thing I want to tell you is you don't need a powerful PC these days to live stream. See that little gray box in your pocket, black box? It's called a cell phone. A lot of those can live stream, and you don't have to necessarily be live streaming video games in order to raise money for Extra Life.
What? So there are many different options of what we can do to raise
Plenty
money?
of options.
All right.
Absolutely. But
So,
let's say you've got no live streaming capability whatsoever. Your internet sucks. It happens. You've got no control over it. You can still make videos. You can still record videos. You can still do other stuff for Extra Life.
absolutely. And social media is definitely one of the ways that you can do that, even if you aren't streaming to Twitch. From your phone, you can be using Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok. Whatever is your preferred platform. There are definitely other ways that you can make videos or just send out posts to try to raise money.
So, I think we're jumping the gun just a little bit because we still haven't explained for those who don't know what is Extra Life.
Yeah, I'm curious. What is Extra Life?
So,
Good thing you asked, Ricky.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
So, to do a very, very quick elevator pitch of what Extra Life is, Extra Life's a charity that raises money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. There are 170 Children's Miracle Network hospitals between the United States and Canada. And what do those funds go to, Emily?
So they can go to a lot of different things, including care for children whose families don't have insurance or don't have the money to pay for them, or their insurance only covers part of it. It can go towards research. But one of the big things that actually goes towards is essentially patient comfort. So that can be anything from new types of therapies that are specialized just for, like physical therapy in hospital that's targeted towards kids. It can also mean having gaming stations for the kids or a children's library. I know one of my favorite things at our local hospital is they have a rooftop garden They teach the kids how to plant, how to grow the plants, but it also just gives them a place that they can hang out and enjoy being outside, even though they're not allowed to officially leave the hospital.
Absolutely. All right. So I think that covers Extra Life fairly well. And as you guys know, Rooster Teeth does Extra Life. They've done it for, this will be their 10th year doing Extra Life, which is absolutely amazing. They've raised millions of dollars so far. It's a fantastic cause, and we're all behind it. And so the biggest reason, or the first reason I should say, that you should want to Extra Life is because doing Extra Life can improve kids' health outcomes. For all the reasons that we just said, it's true. Um, all those specialty programs, all those things that make being in the hospital suck just a little bit less.
Absolutely.
Anything else to add to that?
Well, I do have some more concerns.
Okay.
I don't play video games. I don't even really like them. Like, what can I do if I don't like video games?
Who doesn't like video games? This is blasphemy.
All right, you got me. But seriously, what if maybe I don't have a lot of video games, or I want to be able to do something different for Extra Life.
Okay. Well, I mean, Extra Life also focuses a lot on tabletop games, so you could do that. But let's say you don't have tabletop games, or you don't have a group of people to play tabletop games with. You can do pretty much anything for Extra Life.
So I could make a cooking show for Extra Life?
Absolutely. You could do a cooking show for Extra Life. You could do exercise for Extra Life. You could do a knitting competition for Extra Life.
How about that underwater basket weaving?
Absolutely. It's actually fairly impressive. I'm not sure how you're keeping all your supplies dry underwater, but
I do that every other Thursday. If you
fair
Magic.
enough. Magic. All right.
So, Phil, what are some more good things that would come out of joining Extra Life?
When you do Extra Life, you gain a community. You get to know all these awesome people. For example, I know this guy named Ricky. Hi, Ricky.
Hi, Phil.
Hi, Ricky.
Hi, Emily.
We've met you in person.
Yes, you have.
Met you in person. Absolutely.
Where did we meet in person?
We met down in Orlando. We're gonna get to that a bit later.
Alright.
We're gonna
We
get
gotta talk
into
about that.
what's going on in Orlando.
Oh yeah.
That's a future slide.
Woo!
Yeah.
But
So absolutely, I have so many more friends since I've joined Extra Life and our Rooster Buckeye server. I have friends in Scotland. I have friends in Canada. I have friends in so many different states, and it's such a loving community. It really is. A lot of times, it can feel a lot like family.
I got as deep as I am into the Rooster Teeth community because of Extra Life. If it weren't for Extra Life, I wouldn't be in the positions I am today. All right,
So-
but what if you don't know all these people? Yellow, what if you don't have anyone else and you're so lonely and I can't do Extra Life because I don't have any team.
Well, there are several different options for that as well. First of all, even though there are definitely people who have big teams, you can do Extra Life solo, and some people do Extra Life solo each year. Also, you may want to look out and see if your area has an Extra Life guild. I know we're in the Cleveland, Ohio area, and we have the Cleveland Guild. But certainly you can check there. I know Ricky's also been linking the Extra Life Discord and chat as well. And there are other Discords as well, either affiliated with Rooster Teeth or affiliated with Extra Life. In fact, there's one that's made just for Rooster Teeth community Extra Life as well. So between all of those, there's definitely people you can get to know either locally or just from anywhere.
Yeah. Fantastic way to get to know people and make lots of friends.
Absolutely.
So, what's the next big why of why you should do Extra Life, Emily?
Your why.
Your why.
In fact, your big why.
Your own big why.
That's right.
So, what is a big why?
So the big why, we all want to help kids. We all know that this is a great charity and great things are being done. But most of us have some greater why that if you dig deep into, you can find. Maybe you or someone you know has spent time in a Children's Miracle Network hospital.
I
Um, exactly. Phil and I are brother and sister, and
fun fact.
uh, yeah, fun fact. And we both had the same genetic condition. Phil was diagnosed at a Children's Miracle Network hospital. So, for him, that's very important. For me, even though I was diagnosed a little bit later, and it was not through a Children's Miracle Network hospital, it's important to me knowing that, this money can help hopefully with diagnosing kids earlier and getting them better treatment. Something I certainly wish that I could have had earlier on. So we're making a difference to, try to help kids as soon as possible. And really, there can be so many different reasons of what your big why is.
Absolutely. That all sounds great, but what happens if, like, I live in the middle of nowhere and there's no hospital near me? Or maybe I don't even live in the United States or Canada, and therefore there's no Children's Miracle Network anywhere nearby.
Well, great news for that as well. You don't have to pick someone local to you if you don't want. Even if you live overseas, our friends in Scotland, certainly if they wanted to start an Extra Life team, they could absolutely do that. Um, you
Absolutely.
you can find, let's say we didn't have one here in Cleveland, we could, reach out to, get in with Toledo or with
Columbus.
Columbus, Dayton, Cincinnati. There are lots of different options, and you can join any one that you want. If you if you want to throw a dart at the map and then choose the closest Children's Miracle Network hospital, yeah,
That
Ricky
works.
here is hoping that you aim low and raise for Florida, but
Idaho, Nebraska. There we go.
that's yeah, that's right. But there's really no limitation. If I really wanted to, I could find a place in Idaho. I'm sure that that I could raise for. I just happen to raise for a local team.
Absolutely. So the next big reason you should raise for Extra Life is Extra Life has the best swag. Extra Life swag is awesome.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, so this is the t-shirt I got from last year. Phil's got an Extra Life t-shirt. Ricky has some he's got a pin on. In fact, I wore this is not even all of my pins, but
Extra
I've got a
Life
good
metal.
6 or 7. Phil's got his medal. I know that one year they did a promotion where you could get a Extra Life branded G Fuel shaker, so I have one of those around the house. Last year they had Extra Life themed D20s that you could get if
Yep.
you raised a certain amount of money, so I have one of those around. They have all sorts of cool stuff that you can get just for doing what you're already doing, fundraising. Um, and sure, it's a little bit of a silly bonus. It may not be the big why of why we're doing this, but it's fun to get the bumper stickers in the mail or the t-shirt or whatever. It's a
It's
nice
like
little
half my
incentive.
wardrobe at this point.
It's the same for me. I can almost get away with just wearing an Extra Life t-shirt or donor drive t-shirt or something
Mhm.
almost every day of the week. So,
I absolutely could.
yeah.
But let's say you go ahead and, speaking of Extra Life swag, you get all of the Extra Life swag from Rooster Teeth. You watch every single one of their streams and you buy their merch every single year. Uh, Do I really have to do Extra Life if I already donate?
I mean, you don't have to, but you should. And there's a very good reason for that. On average, most people donate about $50 when they make a donation, which
That's very
is
generous.
amazing. It is very generous. But people who actually raise money through Extra Life, on average, will raise $200 each year. So that is 4 times the amount that you would be giving just from your own pocket. simply by taking the time to try to reach out and get some funds for your hospital.
And every dollar matters.
Absolutely.
I know it's said all the time, but it really is true. Every single dollar matters.
Approximately 62 kids go into a Children's Miracle Network hospital every minute. So there's always need for more money, more funding for these hospitals. So anything we can do to boost those numbers, and that includes, instead of maybe just donating that one $50 donation, if you can raise 200, that makes a huge difference.
All right, but okay, let's say I do Extra Life and I want something more. I really want to get like really involved in Extra Life. One of the best things you can do is
You can go to Extra Life United, where you can meet nice people like Phil and Ricky and maybe me.
and we've also met fantastic people like Jack Patillo and Katie Ward and Chad and Dude and all these other fantastic streamers. They are a family down there.
And all of these great Rooster Teeth groups who we love so much. We've gotten to meet a lot of those people in person as well. We've met people from Carbom up in Kelowna, BC. We've met, various different groups from Florida. We got together with some people from RT Houston. Unfortunately, I know 2020, obviously, we weren't able to be in person. I know RT Alabama was talking about bringing their banjos, and we're going to have a straight hoedown together. So, it's great, though, where we get to meet all these new people and people who are also outside of the Rooster Teeth community who are really passionate about Extra Life.
All of this in beautiful Orlando, Florida.
My hometown.
Absolutely.
My backyard.
Right. So we get to, there's a gaming competition down there. You can earn money for your hospital by playing games. They have panels to help you, increase your efforts. And
I think one of the
we
most
also
touching parts is definitely getting to meet the kids.
Absolutely. They have meet and greets with a lot of the Children's Miracle Network kids. And not to diminish the fact also, we usually take a couple days to go wander around Disney, which is a lot of fun. So
Hey.
Definitely, it's like a mini convention, basically.
It is.
Absolutely.
It's like a conference meets a gaming tournament meets like a party.
Yes.
Like it is the best.
Small side perk as well. The food there the last few years has been amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
And it was all included, if I remember.
Yeah, it was part of your convention ticket, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so all of this sounds great, but I just, what if I don't have time for Extra Life? It sounds like a lot, live streaming and raising money for kids, and just, that sounds like a whole lot.
Well, just, buck up and do it anyways. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, the best thing about Extra Life is no matter how busy or how much time you have on your hands, you can usually find something to do. There are some people that all they do is create an Extra Life account and then post, they link it to their Facebook and do a Facebook charity just to have a few friends link a few things.
Like 3 button clicks and you're done.
Yep. And then there are people who stream almost every single day. They do all the, group meetups and booths at conventions, and they go to Extra Life United and all these things. And it's really anywhere in between. You can make this as simple or as complicated as you want. Certainly getting involved with the team is another good way. If you're just like, man, I don't have time to set up everything that I want to do, you can team up with a group of people where it can be broken down into small little chunks for everyone, because we know everyone's busy.
All right. Well, the next reason you should do Extra Life is because
this is a really important one.
This one's important.
Ooh.
If you don't, it's gonna make Jack Patillo very sad.
Look at his sad face.
Katie.
And Katie
too.
Katie.
That's twice the sadness.
Think about Chad being maybe not sad, but disappointed.
Oh.
That's
He's
the
not
real
mad.
thing.
He's just disappointed.
He's just disappointed. Um, and you know, we joke, but it's been really cool getting to do Rooster Teeth Extra Life, getting to
Yeah.
do that with some of the Rooster Teeth people. Some of the experiences we've had just cannot be matched, and it's a great cause, and they're great people.
Absolutely. Um, so Phil, one more thing. I am pretty convinced here, but what if you don't like showing your face or getting a lot of attention?
Well, wear a paper bag over your head. No, maybe.
That's a good
Or a
way.
helmet.
I mean, you could. I'm gonna quote Dead Mouse on this one, which is, if you don't like stage performance anxiety, put a big helmet on your head.
There you go.
Works for him. You could stream without a webcam. You could stream without voice, really. You could do it completely via text to speech if you wanted to. You have ways to make yourself incognito. You could become a what is it? One of those like V streamers where they've got the little animated mascot as their character instead of using a webcam.
Ooh. So what you're saying is, you could like dress up as a superhero and your real identity is secret.
Incognito, yes. You could dress up in noir clothes and like wear big thick sunglasses or something. I don't know.
Sure.
You can find ways to keep yourself private but still extra life.
Phil, I really think this last one is the most important. Why should we join Extra Life?
'Cause it's fun.
It is. It is so much fun.
It is absolutely a blast. It is so much fun, and the community is great, and I've got too many reasons why. So yeah, let me ask the question, because we blew through all these a lot quicker than we thought we were
flew
going
through
to.
it.
But I want to ask everyone who's watching in chat right now, if you're convinced and you're going to do Extra Life this year, just type in the chat yes. That's all I'm asking for. Type in the chat yes. Well, I'm asking for more than that. I'm asking for you to go sign up for Extra Life. But I'm going to be the first one here. Yes. Nope, Rick beat me to it.
Ha!
Oh
Yes.
no, Rick. All right, here. Yes.
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 There
Say
we
yes.
go.
Say you're going
Yes,
to do
yes,
Rooster Teeth
yes,
this year.
yes.
Heck yes.
Yeah, there's
Heck
leverage.
yeah. Thanks, Lexi.
And here's the thing. If you have any other reasons why you can't do Extra Life that you want us to answer, send us a message in the chat. We'll answer those. If you have any other questions, please let us know.
Yes.
And if
Absolutely.
you're watching this panel after the fact and cannot get to us, there's that Discord link that's been posted in the chat here. That is the Rooster Teeth Extra Life community. There are plenty of community groups, plenty of experience, years of experience, that are all waiting to help you out, do your Extra Life better. And we are around for questions. I know my DMs are always open. I'm PWolter0 on pretty much everything.
Yes.
Yep, and I'm Yellow Timer on almost everything except I think my YouTube is Yellow Timer Gaming. But really, Twitter, anything like that, you can find me at Yellow Timer.
I think we're ready to open up the floor to some questions.
Yeah.
If there's any questions.
I have a question.
Oh,
Yes,
Rick's got
Ricky.
questions.
So, what has been your favorite Extra Life moment?
Oh, that's hard.
Either it be on a stream, or at Extra Life United, or like helping run the Extra Life booth at a convention.
Yeah,
What has been your favorite Extra Life experience?
I have to say, personally, my favorite Extra Life experience was the first time going down to Extra Life United. And I got there, it's the day before the convention opens, but many people are getting there just to hang out and be there a day early. And I'm sitting there in the cafeteria, and there's some people playing board games, some people have got their like Switches out, and they're playing video games. And every time someone new shows up, I just see everyone go, "Hey, I haven't seen you in so long. Come over here, get a hug," and stuff like that. And I was feeling just a little bit left out because all these people knew each other, and I'm the outsider. I'm the new guy. Don't necessarily fit in. And then this guy shows up, and he looks at me and says, "I know you." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "Yeah, I saw your stream. You were on the Rooster Teeth live stream, and you guys played Killing Floor 2 years ago." And I'm like, "How on earth did you remember that?" He's like,
Wow.
"I remembered your face and your voice. Like, that's just who you are." And I'm like,
That's amazing.
wow.
That's awesome.
I was blown away. And they immediately accepted me as part of the family. Immediately.
I know I kind of have two things, and that is that the one year when I went to Extra Life United, which was 2019, there are kind of two moments that really stand out to me. The first, and it kind of goes back to like just how great everyone who does Extra Life is. When we did Nine Seas, which is the dice rolling game, where they tell you what number you're trying to go for, and you're trying to roll all of the dice. And I got like pretty much all the way up to the finals, and let me tell you, every time one of us won or lost, it was so gracious and professional. I feel like some people can get kind of hot-headed with gaming, but because whether it's going to my hospital or someone else's hospital, we're all just so excited that there is money being raised.
Absolutely.
And so I feel like we can all get competitive, but at the end of the day, uh, we're just having a ton of fun. The second one probably has more to do with making friends as well. Um, the year that I went down was actually Phil's second year, and he organized for a bunch of us to put money together and stay at a Airbnb type location, rental property, and we made a stop at Walmart one night and all bought an insane amount of Nerf guns and then
Yes.
ran around the house shooting each other
Yes.
for most of the night. And it was just great. We had barely met each other, and we just were running around like a bunch of idiots, enjoying the heck out of making all these new friends.
It's about having fun, for sure.
Yeah.
I remember that Extra Life United year. Because it was like,
Yeah.
I signed up as a spectator at the last minute to just come and hang out with everyone from the community. And so I was in college at the time, and like after class, I just drove straight to the Coronado Resort, and I just hung out with everybody, and I just loved being in that atmosphere and just hanging out with everyone. And my favorite Extra Life memory was our first year we did in RT Florida, 2016, and we were just playing a game. I think someone in chat was like, "How much money would it take for Ricky to shave his head?"
Oh,
And I
boy.
think we said like 200, $250, and then it was donated. And so that was the first
Nice.
year where I shaved my head for Extra Life. Which is
It's funny you mention that because you probably remember when you saw me last, my hair was, very, very short.
Yes.
And it took $500 for me to start growing it out to try to make a wig for a sick kid. I have to do the reverse because it's not impressive if you shave off like that much.
Mm-hmm.
I too. In fact, Emily here has shaved my head for Extra Life,
Yes.
and I spent
I gave you the fire
one
tuck.
very, very cold winter as Mr. Clean.
Oh
That's
yes,
right.
that's always the worst part. It's always Extra
'Cause
Life's always
it's
in November.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And this is why you need to get yourself a Extra Life knit hat to go on your head. The swag is fantastic.
That's right.
And another thing I want to say, Extra Life isn't just game day. It basically you can do Extra Life all year round. Like
Absolutely.
in the spring is always Extra Life United.
Right?
In like summertime, August is always
August.
in
Tabletop
August, the
Appreciation.
Tabletop Appreciation Day, and
Yep.
we've done streams for those, and that's just fun.
It's not just a day; it's a weekend.
It's a
right?
weekend of just
Not to
playing
mention-
tabletop games and raising money. That's always a lot
Not
of
to
fun.
mention, if you're real big into doing booths at conventions and stuff, conventions are pretty much year round, just depending
yeah.
on what's near you.
Mhm.
I know, Phil, there's a local rib cook-off that said, sure, you guys can get a table. So
And the
there's
week after, we're
always
doing a comic
opportunities.
book convention.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right. So.
That's awesome, yeah. And I'm sure
Absolutely.
this year has been a bit odd, this past 2020, some 2021, due to
It's been difficult. It's
been
a little different.
with the whole
Yeah.
COVID-19 situation.
Yeah.
But we've been
Yes.
making the best of it. Like with Extra Life United, it went from an
they
in-person
say-
event into like an online tournament.
Yep.
For
They say
teams
absence makes the heart fonder, and I can't wait to see all my Extra Life family again.
exactly in person and doing the streams in person too. That'd be a lot of fun.
I also have to say that if you get creative though, you can really find ways to get extra donations. I know with 2020, that actually was the year that I raised the most of any other year, and the reason is because I worked in a veterinary clinic. We weren't closing down because we were considered essential workers. And so for all of my coworkers, I basically said, hey, I'm going to sew a bunch of masks if you want one. I'm not specifically asking for any money, but, I'm happy to take donations. So, I was happy to give them to anyone who wanted them for free, but most people were willing to, throw me some money. There was also someone that I knew who, because I knew I was already going to be exposed to them throughout the pandemic. This was also someone I was working with. She knew I had a little bit of haircutting experience, and she said, instead of exposing myself to someone that I don't know, could I pay you to cut my hair? We're around each other all day anyways. And, I said, well, I'm not licensed, so I'm not allowed to accept money. But, I'm happy to cut your hair for free. And if you just wanted to donate to my Extra Life,
Yeah.
that would just be a nice, random, generous thing for you to do. And sure enough, between those two things, I raised more than I ever did in the past. It just took a little bit of creativity in a difficult time. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, so awesome. You guys
Any
have,
other questions?
Yeah, do we have questions or we have any more fun Extra Life stories we can share? That can be always good. Trying to think.
Oh boy. Yeah, I can tell a few Extra Life horror stories.
Oh man.
I'll tell one. One year we had, it was 2 days before Extra Life, 3 days.
how
where
did I
we
know
had-
this story?
We had a power surge in my house, and it broke one of our capture cards, our video switcher, a TV, a PlayStation 4, and a Nintendo Switch.
Oh no.
No, sorry, you didn't get the Switch. You just got the dock for the Switch. But yeah, all of that went in one day. And a smaller HDMI switcher. Yeah. We had to rent a video switcher to make it happen that year.
Oh man.
And thankfully, actually, the rental ended up getting donated to us. It was very generous of them. And no, we made it work, but it was
Shout out to
very
Cleveland
much.
Film Company.
Yeah, shout out to Cleveland Film Company. Yeah, it happens.
And then, of course, there are always small anecdotes like Dom losing Connect 4 in 3 moves.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
man.
Yeah, that's an iconic Extra Life moment for us.
That was
Master
a,
of
like,
strategy.
Yeah, that was like a 2 a.m., like, we're trying to stay awake, so we're playing Connect 4 while we're waiting for our next games to come up.
I clearly was not awake enough to play Connect 4.
Exactly.
So, recent Extra Life thing, it was last year. We were the last group for the RT community stream. And I was gonna be on. We were doing Dead by Daylight. Had my webcam, had everything all set up. I was still working off my old laptop, and it was just coming in like not really well. So main solution we had to do was just like I took like a good like cheesy selfie, and then that was just my picture for the whole stream.
Yeah. Boy.
That's another thing through like any technical difficulties, no matter what, you can always find like a simple solution.
The main thing is to remain calm.
Exactly.
And learn to embrace the chaos.
That's right. Go with the flow.
Exactly.
Any other questions, comments, thoughts, concerns?
Yeah.
Funny stories.
Funny stories. We'll definitely upload this as a VOD, so that way anyone who missed the panel can come in and still check it out. We'll be good too.
Yeah, and both Yellow and I are in the RT Gaming channel.
Yes.
So if anyone wants to reach out to us there, we're also around there. I'll say, send me a DM though. If you ping me, it's likely to get lost as I am in 90 Discord servers. Yeah, send me a DM.
Somewhat similar, like at me, bro. But in my DMs, definitely that's the best way to get a hold of me. But yes, we are both in the RT Gaming server that was connected, or that we're in now. But yeah, you can definitely find us through there and just shoot us a DM if you have any questions, concerns. We're always happy to help. If we can't help you, we probably know someone who can, so.
And shout out to all of our Ohio people. Find us at Rooster Buckeyes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Those guys are a hoot. Always fun.
We're fun. We like hanging out with Florida. We like hanging out with Michigan. We like hanging out with Texas.
Houston. Right. We like
Scotland.
hanging out with Scotland.
And Germany.
Yeah.
And we've got friends all over the place.
Toronto and Kelowna, and it's actually something that's been fun is because we are one of the more active RT Discord servers. We've kind of started to collect people from other servers just by the fact that their servers might not be nearly as active, and they realize that they can come into our server almost any given night and just hop in voice chat and hang with people and play games together.
Usually playing a game, yeah.
So, if you are also looking for a community, another thing you can do is, even if you're not from Ohio, come jump into Rooster Buckeyes with us. We are always happy to have more people to hang out with, regardless of whether you are actually from Ohio.
Yeah. And then all the fun stuff too we do in RTGC. We do a lot of game nights every single night, and we can do watch parties, and we have a whole like Sunday morning where we go in and we build models and like do crafting and stuff, which is always fun.
It's so cool.
Yeah. So.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to start stopping in on Sundays.
Yeah, it's like every other Sunday. It's called Model Moderators, where myself and Barnett, another moderator, we just sit and chat and we build models, and he paints Warhammer, and people can just come in, do like modeling or crafting or even cooking, or just come in and hanging out.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
And then other Sundays we do our book club, where we pick a video game for the month and we play and discuss that video game.
Awesome.
And then
I'm gonna drop as well the Buckeyes link here in the chat.
Go ahead.
There we are.
Uh-oh.
That
didn't come through.
Stop swearing.
Buckeyes.
There you go.
Swearing?
It's not.
Yeah, I think it blocked it because it's a link.
Yes.
Oh.
That is...
didn't show that for me.
So it just shows asterisk, so...
Let me send that to Rick.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Do.
Are you sending me?
There we go.
What are you sending me?
There's the Buckeyes link.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. You guys are witnessing this live as I copy and paste the link.
Oh my goodness. The horror of it.
Boom. Definitely check them out.
Awesome.
Yeah, so...
Fantastic.
if we're good here, I think we can probably wrap, because that'll give us some time to prep for the DJ Jonk concert.
DJ Jonk.
It's
Ooh.
time for Jonk.
Don't make Jonk sad.
Don't make
That'd
Jonk
be
sad.
very-
To go to
that'd be
Extra
very
Life
sad.
and go to
Jonk.
the rave tonight. So yeah,
Go to
That's
the
right.
rave.
Thank-
Donate to Rooster to Extra Life. Sign up for Extra Life.
yes,
Do all the things.
do all the fun things. So yep, thank you
Yes,
again,
yes,
Emily
yes,
and
yes.
Phil. This was great. So yeah, good way to end RTX talking about Extra Life. So yeah.
Yay!
Thank you again, Ricky, for having us.
Of
We really
course.
Thanks for
appreciate it,
having
and
us.
we hope to see all of you guys in the servers and on game day, doing your own streams.
Exactly.
We're looking forward to it.
Awesome. So yeah, with that,
All right.
we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.